how's the voice? Yeah. Okay, I'll talk like this. I'm Tom. This is Sandy. And this is Gabby. We have played music before in the past, and we're friends. And I asked them to come over and talk to me about some of this music while it's happening. I think we're just gonna have to see how this goes. What you're hearing right now, if you're hearing it, is the first recording I ever was presented on, or the first record I ever was on that came out. You guys have never heard it? No, and Gabby asked what I was playing, and it's amplified bicycle spokes, which resemble the sound of gamelan music in some way, I think. And move on. First record. The second thing that I want to play for you, which we're gonna start having more in common. Not that that's not in common. It's just I never shared that with you. It's kind of. In fact, I didn't know where the record was for a long time. But it's actually a Folkways Records release, which is quite classy. It's a good press and everything, and I don't know. Pretty cool. Not a bad first record, I'd have to say, if I may be so bold. And feel free to comment on anything you'd like, because right now I'm going to play you some Toxic Shock. And this was my first punk rock band that I was in. Anything before this was more like art, prog, glam, blob. Anyway, please play for me now. Numbers are moving. I'm not sure how this level is going to be, but it's coming out of the... and it's a very subtle piece. In fact, there's a very long lead in, very slow fade up. And you know what? That's not so important. I can describe it anyway, because it's like 3-chord punk rock, beach punk. We're from Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach. We happen to be playing gigs when like bands like The Disposals or Red Cross and The Descendants, or another band from our high school, Maricosta High School in Manhattan Beach. And I'd love you to hear this, but yeah, I guess you could buy it if you wanted it. So, Keats Rise of Harley is the name of the compilation record. Other bands were The Fabulous Gun Club, S Squad, Earwigs, Leaving Trains, Human Hands, Meat Puppets, and of course the 100 Flowers, who were the Urinals. And we heard the last beat of that song, so here you'll hear. Yeah, and here I'm just gonna give you a taste, just so you.
Sorry, Tom.
No. In fact, we're all better off somehow. This is a song that really was the breakthrough song. It was great to have the Urinals ask us to record on this compilation record. It was like, oh my God, we can play with other bands. You know, know, there's a community and it's fun. And, we recorded it on a 4-track with Vidas Matare, however you want to say it. He organized originally with a group called The Blast. A fairly important group that I think is fabulous. And I don't even care why I say fairly, but I mean, it's like they were great. Anyway.
What year was this?
This was 1981 or 2, I think. I think it was 2 because I got back from the folk place thing. 81. That was 82, and then after that, he does say some nasty words in there. And I'm sorry about that, but
It's the internet.
but you can take it however you want. Right here would be nice to show like the Slovenly video, because at this point Toxic Shock became Slovenly, and it's kind of a crucial change. But this is not actually Slovenly that you're hearing right now, but it's a really cool song. And you know what? I'm just going to change it right now because this is how it goes.
The new song is called We Suck, okay?
Perfect. Can we just let it play? Awesome. Great. It's one of Slovenly's earliest sets. Am I on live still? It was 1984 with the Minutemen and Black Flag at the Cafe du Grand. And really great guy videotaped the whole thing, and we were the most it was like when music became free and we could just play whatever we wanted, and like it was the bridge that we really, this is right when we developed whatever sound it is we had. And I'm so glad that the sound is up with the video, because it kind of has a really cool like spirit to it that I was happy, you know, like we're all really into it, you know. I think it was right before our first record came out, so for those of you who know anything about that. And from there I want to jump somewhere else rather quickly. So
What was it like playing at that time?
it was well, high school, you know, driving somewhere and you're 17 or 18 and you're getting into the bar somehow and you're getting beer somehow and you're playing the gig and it's punk rock, but like we were suburban like beach guys, but we weren't like average, I guess. We were like the odd people there anyway, or but I'm not saying you're odd, but we would but we would probably be friends. I mean, you know, we're friends now, so, I mean, you know what I mean. But playing them was great because there were the idea was like there was no. The only thing was like I just wanted to be able to play with other bands. You know, I wanted to be good enough to play with the Minutemen or Saccharine Trust or Black Flag, and then we were, or I don't know, I'm good enough. We were able to play those. So then that was great. I'm gonna play another Slovenly song, and this is the reason I'm gonna play it. This whole record has like really pretty music on it, kind of, I think. But I'd like to play a song that's like
That's 89?
that's not.
No,
This 1987. There are several records between here and then, but there's just not enough time to bore you with everything. And I'm not sure if this is the song. No? No, not. They're all very pretty. They're some very pretty songs. Oh, I'll just put on a song. Sorry, I was looking for something else, but that's the way life goes. It is. I know, there's another side. I love that about records. I like go for now and then. I don't want to go.
They are everywhere. Sometimes they slide far too easily.
Like somebody
They lie sleep
song?
Disrupted, disintegrated.
Well, I want to get
This inglorious, repetitious
Howard
shadow is humiliating. A slip
Really? Yeah, that's good. Like,
beneath the skin.
well, you have good song.
At times, these things are executed with far too much ease. With the rash enthusiasm of that ritual, or the smug abandon of the corporate compatriot.
Although I'd like to play something off
I
that.
think this horrific,
Actually, yeah, I'll get the record out.
no conscience, spinning lies.
Probably the most
Initially, there is avid idealism. Confidence
breaking off.
troops into hope.
Thanks. Maybe.
There was drunkenness
Hello again.
and selfish.
You know, I think I'm gonna just move from one point of Slovenly to another point of Slovenly, just to make things move along quicker and get on to other things. Love you to hear the whole song, and it goes on with that same sort of idea, but it has sort of distinctive qualities that the band had throughout this whole period. There are a lot of other records that I could lay on you, and which might be reissued one day. I'm working on it. It's only a matter of money, really. So, you know. I think this is probably the best place for me to change, but like all our records, we put all the information on one side and then a label on the other side, so it's hard to remember which side is which. And that's another reason why we never really made it in the rock and roll world.
That's not why.
People were like, damn, their labels suck. But, I'm gonna change it right now. Let's go. Fade out. Okay, that record was called Riposte. This record's called We Shoot for the Moon, and if I find the song quickly, it says side 2, but which is side 1? I'm guessing that's side 1 somehow. What do you think?
I think that's side
I think
two.
that's side 1?
I think that's side one.
Okay, well then this is 2, right? Okay, then it's wow. It's on here.
Which song are you trying?
It's called A Warm Night that I'm trying to. Oh, and you know what? We flipped the list of songs, so it's on side 1 now. On CD,
So
it's
somehow-
kind of side. It's sort of the CD. It starts the other way, and the record starts the other direction. So that's even better. So side 1. That's side 1.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
But-
We're
Yes,
gonna,
I don't know.
yeah.
Here we go. Then it would be this.
We're betting.
That's it. Okay, we'll play a little bit of this. Give you a little taste. Oops, I hit the record. It's a point where I think the band really played a lot of shows and kind of developed a lot
Early
more.
morning, routine rituals, Saturday, Sunday transition.
Confidence, I think.
The golden liquid
Some of my favorite
passing
songs.
through my
But
lips,
I don't know.
descending.
You're playing guitar.
I play guitar and bass. I'm playing bass off this song. Yeah, that's true. Good point. You don't know who's playing which guitar or bass very often. It's probably changed around a lot. I'm overlooking a whole phase of music that is so important to getting to even making records, which is the fact that the Missingmen helped us out a lot, and we were we didn't know how lucky we were at the time, you know. We just love their music, and I think especially D Boon was. I think when Mike and D Boon started New Alliance Records, they each would pick the next release, and they would alternate or something like this. I think D Boon picked us to put something out, and from there it just kept going. So I mean, total invaluable beginning of our ability to make records. Me still playing music, for that matter, because I still play with Mike. So. And George from time to time. So we're going to move on from here, even though I'd love you to hear the whole solo section that is coming up. I'll play a little bit of an Overpass record, just to give it. And I'll find a song that will just take a couple minutes, and it's a lot different, but it's... Thanks, Alan. I love letting people have them.
With no background singers, that's okay, they couldn't help me.
Can you see the song? Number 10. Okay. That's we ripped off a book by Albert Berlin, so this is like the flat of the book, showing over the cover, on the front, the paper, and all this information is there. And okay, so, oops.
This one's on Smells Like Records.
So this is a song. I like that part, but I'll pull that off. No, that was a good part. That was a feedback. So this is some Overpass. This is 3 members of Slovenly, Scott, Rob, and me. And it's on Smells Like Records that Steve Shelley, the drummer of Sonic Youth, was so kind to put out. And he's been a great friend for many years. He texted me earlier today, and I really appreciated his support. So anyway, he's been really kind of a good friend. I know he made like 4 times as many covers as he had CDs for. I also feel bad about that, but you know, sometimes it happens. Digipack. This came after Slovenly. This was, we had a couple of records. This was the second one. This is the first thing I worked with Mayo Thompson on. He produced it with us, and another guy, Eddie Ashworth, co-produced it. And but Mayo, it was my first meeting with Mayo, and he helped me. I was a huge fan, and it was like, you know, I'm meeting Mick Jagger if I met Mayo Thompson kind of thing. I didn't think it was going to happen, but anyway, this was the point when that first started, and worked out really good, and I ended up playing in the Red Krayola, and I consider myself a member still. I spoke with him before coming over here, and he gave me some really good advice, I have to say, so thank you, Mayo. But let's move on, because from here we can actually go to the Red Krayola, and something that I'm going to put some of this on, and then I'm going to put something that has you on that we can kind of talk about, and we'll maybe get some guys involved in that.
Yeah.
Actually, Gabby and Sandy and I had a band called The Best of All, and I don't think we're 3 of us in the band at the same time.
Not at the same time. No,
But
no. Gabby was the first drummer.
I'm gonna go to the record
At that
now.
time, yeah.
And Gabby.
They're
and I
both
played
drummers.
together.
The kind of the yin and yang sort of drumming.
The strong and yang.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't look at that.
That's good.
Exactly, that's even better. Oh my God! So you guys got to do a record together.
We are.
Yeah.
That's our
To say
duo.
something is no
Don't
game.
tell anybody.
Game like perhaps at best. Playing the fool is a double-edged sword.
Well, this is really fun. I'm so glad we can do this, and thanks so much, Alan. It's been like a blast so far. I don't feel like I'm
To nail down a
the complete
meaning is to make something
imbecile.
really on nothing.
Not a complete imbecile. Incomplete imbecile.
Practically speaking, that comes closest to the mark.
Okay.
Or am I
Oh,
wrong?
we'll do a drony thing.
What's the
then.
matter
We'll
with
play
me?
drums on.
You?
Go from there. Right? That's a good idea. Okay. I tried to get Eric to come too, by the way. It would have been nice to have Eric here.
Maybe he's watching online.
Eric, if you're out there, damn you. No, I just want you to know if you were here with me, or with us for that matter, like, I feel smarter when he's around.
He has that
I feel
effect.
smarter, like I'm smarter when he's around for some reason. Like maybe it's a little competition thing. I don't even know. I don't know what it is. It freaks me out, but I do like it. Anyway, we're hearing a little red Krayola right now, and it's not really in chronological order. And this particular record had images that I would have loved to have shown you. Oh, the cover. Yes. This one is. It's a lovely cover. The color is also lovely. It's black and white. The cover is actually Noel Coopersmith and Charlie Abel, the accordionist and the upright bass player. On the back, you'll see pictures of Mayo, Stephen Prina, John McIntyre, and I. And they're all like bizarrely unflattering in some strange way, and I like that. Like when people meet us in person, they think we're actually, wow, you're not so bad. You know, or maybe. I'm guessing. I'm not getting any juice in. Oh, it's all right. It's not really too difficult. But there's a certain degree of like improvisation going on. So play for me. Oh, play for me, CD. Why won't you play for me? It's not wanting to play for me. I'll open it up, reset the calculator, turn the little switch. Okay, this is fine. We can move on. You know what? You guys can call me anytime, and I'll play this stuff for you. All right? I'll give you the number at the end of the show. And so the CDs are out of the question. It's fine. You know, I never remember to get that. Now that's not true because I'm a battery obsessive person. Kind of impressed. I wish I were a battery in no, I found probably the best, I guess. There you go. They're buried. Oh. Okay. We're gonna unplug this and we're gonna plug it in here and find something quickly. Well, I'm gonna have to play something from a new record that I'm doing with Mike Watt, or I did with Mike Watt. And I can play it anytime you like, but the line has to be live, I guess. So, tell me when. Okay, so I'll lift it. There it goes. That's that record. It's the new Mike Watt and the Missingmen record. Well, Mike Watt record. It's not out yet. The song's entitled Arrow Pierced Eggman. Each song is a fragment of one big piece. And it's pretty good. We recorded this at Tony Maimone. You were asking the Tony Maimone studio. He was the bassist from Perubu, someone that I was also a fanatic, like, Mick Jagger told me never to drop names, and this is one of those occasions. So I don't want to gush, but it was great. And Raul Morales is the drummer, and he and I are the Missingmen, and we get to play with Mike Watt and Lou Barlow, who's a different bass player. And if I have some music, I'll play it.
And how did you guys get the name of the Missingmen?
On you guys. I've often asked that. I often ask that to myself, you know, like ask myself questions, and it's one of them. It had something to do with the fact that during a phase of the Second Men and a transition period, that when they were on tour, there was a tour where the other members weren't really the original members, so it was like the concept of having a group that includes people are interchangeable, so to speak. So this was Mike's thing, and it relates to his music and his bands. I want to play something really off the wall here because I think it's important too. And I'm anticipating a mad rush of phone calls any second right now, so I kind of gotta get through this here. Let's just play something I do.
Tom Solo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thinking something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
You think, or something more obscure than that? Like everybody has that record. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a new song, but I'll let this song end out of respect. My phone is vibrating. So here we go. It's another song. It's from a solo record of mine. It's one of my solo records. I only have one actually, so this is the only one. And Gabby and Sandy are on it, even though I don't know, did I give you credit on the record?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I'm not on this one.
You're not?
Gabby is.
We did record.
Or I didn't give you credit, or did I? I don't know.
No, we
It was-
recorded something else, but it wasn't.
There's so much more to talk about, and I know we're leaving some things out, and I want to thank everyone for being so kind.
Thank you.
And you know, Gabby Strong will be on in a couple of weeks, so make sure you're like ready for that. Hopefully, Sandy Yang will be here. She's got a lot to say.
A lot to play.
A lot to play. And Sandy and Gabby are actually collaborating now in their own project, Lady Noise.
Lady Noise.
Which, of course, that's what you possibly call that project. Anyway, this has been exhilarating, and I think we should just fade out.